Hey, what's up you guys? It's boy Sebrocks here with a new video, and this is a video of my fantasy football league. Recently I had created a fantasy football league called the Sebrocks League, the Sebrocks Fantasy Football League, and I had a few subscribers join and a few friends, and we're a total of 8 players trying to get to that title. And right now I am 4-0 after 4 weeks. I am the only player who is 4-0, and I have to say it's mostly because of my very efficient draft. I drafted well, I'll get into my draft later, but this is my starting lineup for this week, yeah. My quarterback is RG3, gotta represent my Redskins. My starting running back is Arian Foster and Alfred Morris. Then I have Reggie Wayne and Brandon Marshall at wide receiver, and I have Martellus Bennett at the tight end position, and Reggie Bush as my flex option. And then I have the Arizona Cardinals defense, and I have a kicker that I cannot remember right now. But it doesn't really matter because no one really gives a shit about kickers because they're so damn inconsistent. And it's not really kickers who get you the points, it's the teams. It's the offense that gets you the ball into the red zone or into a field goal positioning where you can get your field goal or your touchdown extra points that your kicker gets you. So yeah, it's mostly due to the offense. But here you can see the standings. I am in the Eastern Conference. I lead. The second and third place people are 3-1 though, so they're tightly behind me. And this was last week's game. I played against Macklin on your girl, owned by Sikander. I beat them 122 to 112. Here you see my week 3 game. I beat Team Guzman by 121 to 93. And that team was owned by Martin, who is a friend of mine, as well as Sikander, who is my week 4 opponent. And this is my week 2 game where I beat J-Bod, who's a subscriber, 123 to 100. And as you can see, every week I scored over 100 points. I'm the top scoring team in the league. Here I won my first week by 3 points, 114 to 111, against the Bench Warmers, who's owned by Kush Patel, who thought that he was going to beat me in this fantasy football league. But I was like, hell no. He's also a subscriber. He's Penguin 97X. I don't know if you guys know him, but I talk about him in a few videos. And this is my week's matchup against the California 49ers. I am predicted to win by 46 points, and as you can see, I have the better quarterback, better running backs, better wide receivers. I just have better everything except for kicker and defense. So I'm predicted to win by 46. This person actually told me that he's a subscriber, and he told, when I talked about the Redskins in some video, he was like, dude, you shouldn't support the Redskins, come support the 49ers because we're actually a good team. And I was like, hell no, I ain't that type of fan. But here you can see I'm consistently scoring more points than him, so I'm not really that afraid of losing this week. So as you can see, I voted for myself to win this week's matchup. So yeah, that is this week's matchup. Now I'm going to show you the league, the front page, which just has the listings of recent pickups and stuff like that. But now what I want to do is I want to show you my draft class. So I show you who I drafted. At number 1, I drafted Arian Foster, who's a motherfucking tank. For my 16th pick, so last of the second round, was Greg Jennings. And I had picked up, and then I drafted Brandon Marshall in the 3rd round, and I drafted who did I draft in the 4th round? Fred Jackson, and in the 5th, who hasn't been doing that well, but and neither has Greg Jennings, but Brandon Marshall and Arian Foster been doing really well. And in the 5th round, I drafted RG3, who was definitely a steal, as he's the #1 quarterback now. And in the 6th round, I drafted Another player I drafted. I can't read what it says on my screen. I hope you guys can. But yeah, basically I drafted all the players I still have. I drafted them originally because I just was very good at drafting this year. I feel like after having studied the league a lot, I was able to make better decisions on who I wanted to draft and such. But yeah, so when you're going into your next year's draft, just do a little bit of studying first. Now we're getting towards the end of my draft class. I can see there I drafted Toby Gerhardt in the 12th or 13th round. I can't really see. He wasn't much of a use. I dropped him pretty quickly. The 6 Seahawks I drafted, and I drafted another kicker, Matt Prater. But yeah, that was the team that I drafted, and it's very similar to the one I have now. As you can see, with arrow I'm pointing at all the guys that I originally drafted. And I'm really happy with my team. I mean, I am 4-0, so there's not that much to be upset about. So yeah, that is my team, you guys. But that's the end of my video. If you guys want me to keep updating you guys with my fantasy football league, please tell me so in the comments and leave a like. That always helps me out. But and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. It's your boy Sebrocks. I'm out. Deuces!